When Mia told me she was flying to Miami for a business retreat, I didn't think twice. She worked in marketing, and weekend trips like this weren't unusual. But that morning, when I glanced at her phone and saw a message from Ethan, her ex, "Can't wait to see you at the beach again," my stomach tightened. I asked her calmly, keeping my tone even, "You're going to Miami with him?" She froze for a moment, then laughed. "Don't start, Ryan. It's just a coincidence. We're on the same client team." I said nothing more, only nodded, gave a faint smile, and returned to my coffee. Inside, though, a quiet settled over me, that tense silence that comes just before a storm. Over the next few days, she seemed unusually careful, packing meticulously, choosing outfits, spraying perfume as if scent could erase guilt. When the morning of her flight arrived, she kissed my cheek. "Don't be dramatic, okay? It's just a trip." I smiled. "Of course. Have fun." That night, I sat in the living room scrolling through old photos of us. There was a time she couldn't go a day without calling, couldn't sleep without my arm around her. But months ago, something changed. Distance, hesitation, that secret glimmer in her eyes whenever her phone lit up. I pretended not to notice, thinking patience was love. Turns out, love also means knowing when to stop waiting. 3 hours later, she posted a story. A sunset over the Miami shore, 2 glasses of wine, and a man's shadow barely in the frame. She must have thought she cropped him out. I didn't get angry. I didn't call. I stared at the photo for a minute, then typed one message. "Don't rush back. Take all the time you need. The locks will agree with you." Then I turned my phone off. The next morning, I packed her things, each dress, each pair of shoes, every trace of her, neatly into boxes by the door. For the first time in months, the apartment smelled like peace. A week passed in silence. No calls, no texts, no hints, just a hum of the city outside and the quiet satisfaction of not chasing her, not begging, not pleading. I focused on work, the gym, the small routines I had neglected, while her presence demanded constant attention. Then the first message came. "Ryan, what the hell is this? Why are my things packed?" I didn't reply immediately. I let it sit, watched her panic build with each unanswered message. Hours later, I responded, calm and measured. "Everything has a place, Mia. Yours is here until you're ready to take responsibility for your choices." Her reaction shifted from confusion to desperation, then anger. "You can't do this. I live here. You can't just, this is insane." I stayed silent. For once, the drama wasn't mine. It was hers. By the 3rd day, she called. I let the phone ring in my hand before answering. "Ryan, this isn't funny. I can't believe you're doing this. I went to Miami for work." He was there too. "Yes," I said, "but that doesn't change anything. You're overreacting." I exhaled slowly. "Mia, it's not overreacting. It's about boundaries, about honesty. You chose to fly across the country with someone who used to share your bed without telling me, and then you think everything's fine." Her voice cracked. "I didn't think it mattered. We've been drifting. You're always working, always tired, always..." "Always what?" I asked softly, deliberately. "Always trusting you, Mia. Always hoping you choose truth over convenience. And instead, you let me see it anyway." I didn't argue. I didn't yell. I waited. I could hear her swallow. She had no words. Later that night, she showed up at the apartment, furious, teary, trying to shove her boxes back inside. "This is ridiculous. You're punishing me." I stepped back, calm and quiet. "No, Mia, I'm responding. You made your choice. I'm simply following through. Your actions spoke louder than any words could." Her knees nearly buckled. She looked at me, the real me, for the first time in months. Not the man who begged, who waited, who overlooked her distance, but the one who wouldn't let betrayal slide. She didn't touch her boxes. She didn't scream. She just stared, realizing she had underestimated the quiet patience of someone who had already decided he deserved better. By the next morning, Mia had stopped arguing. She sat on the edge of the bed, hair messy, eyes red from crying, clutching her phone like it could explain everything. I stood by the window, looking out at the quiet street below, thinking about how much time I had wasted pretending everything was fine. Ryan, she started, voice trembling, I didn't mean for it to get this far. I shook my head slowly. Mia, it didn't get this far. You went to Miami with your ex. You hid things. You let him be part of your life while pretending I didn't exist. That's not a mistake. That's a choice. Her lips quivered. I thought it wouldn't matter. You wouldn't notice. You'd understand. I let out a short, controlled laugh. Understand me? I trusted you. I let you walk freely. I gave you space. I gave you everything I could. And this is what I get. She lowered her head, silent. The fight had left her. I could see it in her posture, the slump of her shoulders, the emptiness in her eyes. I stepped forward, closing the distance. Listen carefully, I said. This isn't about punishment. It's about reality. I'm done pretending your actions don't have consequences. I'm done making excuses for someone who doesn't value trust. You went to Miami with him. You lied. You chose him, even for a moment. That moment is enough. That's all I need to know. Tears streamed freely, and for a second, I almost felt pity. Almost. But pity is wasted on someone who squanders it. I'm leaving, Mia, I said quietly, reaching for my coat. You'll stay here. You'll figure out your choices. I won't. Not anymore. She scrambled to her feet, desperation in her eyes. Ryan, please don't do this. I can fix it. I can. I held up a hand. No. Fixing it would mean pretending you hadn't already broken it. And I can't do that. Not for you. Not for anyone. I walked out, shutting the door gently behind me. I didn't look back. The click of the lock was louder than any words could ever be. Days later, she called, left messages. I didn't respond. That silence was my final relief. The absence, the space to rebuild myself, free from the weight of her betrayal. Some think walking away is weakness. I learned its strength. Some think ignoring the chaos means you don't care. I learned it means you finally do. Mia lost control. Her anger, her excuses, her illusions. And in losing her, I gained something she could never take.